Well, what about you? So, for my friends who live abroad, what about you is basically East Belfast or all of Belfast for hello. uh, Nothing's ever straightforward here in Belfast. So don't worry, I'm not going to do one of these every night. I wanted to do one tonight because, first of all, I wanted hopefully everybody to see that I'm on the mend, from that chest infection thing. Still hanging on, but it's still there. But I feel much better today. All the nausea has gone, so that's definitely a plus. Um, but it was also because I had a really brilliant dream with my brother. So I have dreams when he's conversing with me in the dream. It's as if he's really there. I talk to him during the day. And I talk to him all the time, and sometimes he'll respond in these strange ways, but he does always get through to me. But when it's dream time, it's like so we're just having the conversation. And I had a great one last night. Well, a very interesting one anyway. And then he came. I mean, obviously, every time I dream about him, then I'm thinking about him all day. I will think about him all day, every day anyway. But today was just it was absolutely crazy because of what actually happened in the dream. But I'll get to that later on. But I was just thinking about some of the crazy things because every time we went out, something would happen. I mean, you were just guaranteed that at the end of the night there was going to be something. I don't know, but sometimes it was great, sometimes it wasn't so great. Um, there was one time, we used to go out all the time with the family. We went to, I can't remember I don't know what it's called now, but it used to be called the Club Bar. And we used to go into the back part of it, but in later years we would go into the front part with my mum and dad and Margaret, uh, Lisa, and other people, Eddie Curry and Karen would come along. It was great. They were great Saturday family nights, and uh, if Robert was there, you were sort of near enough guaranteed that there was going to be at least one little spark that's going to create some form of a fire. But I'm not talking about the later days. I'm going way back to the Club Bar days whenever he and I actually just went out by ourselves. So this night, back bar. I'm sure a lot of you guys, the older members of the audience, um, will remember the Club Bar, as in the back bar, where all the rockers used to hang out, and some nut rockers, which ended up being the case this night. So me and Robert and I, went to the Club Bar, and everything was going great. Um, he was separated from me at one stage, and there was got to be a girl involved or something, on his part, by the way. I was over watching some guy trying to eat a pint glass. I'm not even joking. What am I talking about? Trying to? He did. He actually bit off part of a pint, and then discovered then that he was a singer, and he was in a band called Force 10, I think it was called. Norman Gordon was in the band, and Blub, I think you called him Blub, and one of his stage tricks was to actually eat a pint glass. Not magic or anything, but I'm saying this is Belfast, here in Belfast, and but I wouldn't live anywhere else. Well, I would, and I did, but I'm digressing. And just before I go any further, I hope you're all preparing yourselves for Christmas and stuff. And it was just a wee funny thing happened to me earlier on, because I decided that because I was feeling better, I would start to bring the Christmas side of things in nice and gradually. So I put my there were just we got them in IKEA, wee red heart and a white heart, and well, I hope I don't knock this off by doing this. I don't know if you can see that or not. Okay, so you can see just nice and Christmassy. Nothing untoward. Everything's. And my neighbour came and asked me if I could give him a happy ending. I go, what the hell are you talking about? He says, well, I thought you were opening up a massage parlour. And I'm not even messing. He did. Just because I put up my eyes. I mean, it's taking the shine right off my wee Christmas lights, you know what I mean? But anyway, yes, this night, club bar, Robert's in one end, he's talking to girls, I'm over at another end watching Blub eat a pint glass. Typical Saturday night, really. And then all of a sudden I heard this fracas going on, and I turned around and I saw Robert was in, like, about two guys were, and I couldn't get over to him in time, but he just turned around and he just went boom, and he punched one of them, and I said, what the? So the one that was punched went down, and the other one grabbed him up and said, you're going to regret this, you're going to regret this. And he says, what was all that about? And he said, he was insulting one of the girls. He was calling her a bitch and whatever because she didn't want anything to do with him. So it was just a matter, I mean, I was just telling him off, but then he was starting to get aggressive, so I attacked him. And I went, well, fair play. You know, if it was like, get in there first, you know, sort of thing. So that was that, and things calmed down, and then this bunch of Hell's Angels came in. I think you called them the Chosen Few or something. And I mean, back then we had the long hair and up maybe with a wee bit of hairspray or stuff, you know, like girly in a way, but it was like the 80s, so it was the early 80s, so it was like, you know, just doing what you thought American rock stars, what way they look, you wanted to look, but the Chosen Few beggars, they just walked in and sort of called us all posers, you know, just posing bastards, and we were. That's the thing. I mean, looking back, but that was the whole point. You know, you didn't do it, you know, because you felt, you know, that you did it because you wanted to go out on a Saturday night and be like, you know, all your other rocker friends. But so I said to one of them, "Fuck off," you know, or whatever, and he was pulled back by the rest of them, you know, because obviously if there had been a fracas started. And so that was okay, but then somebody came in and said, oh, listen, you two better go. Oh, and by the way, tonight's face blog is being brought to you care of Caffrey's Ale. If there's any sponsors out there, I should have I wasted time showing you that when I should have taken my drink. So this guy ran in and said, you two better go. Why? Because the guy that Robert hit was connected to some hoods, not hoods, but hard men. The hoods. But you'll realise later on why I don't mind calling them hoods, because so they the guy had contacted these guys and up the Shangle, and they were all coming down in a car to get our Robert. So I was going, because they didn't see, I hadn't got the Robert at that stage, you know, because so they thought that Robert was on his own, sort of thing. So I said to them, come on, you, let's go, we better get out of here, because, you know, I mean, this was 1982 or something, you know, and things were hot and heavy anyway, you know, I mean, but so we left the club bar and we got round the corner, and this car pulled up and out jumped all these, you know, hard men, you know, with you know, knuckle dusters and stuff. And I said to him, it's you they're after, run, just run. Now, this was down University Street, okay, but down towards the Ormo Road. So I said, you run, they're not after me. So, you know, I'll try and hold them back, talk sense into them, maybe even, you know, while you scarper, and it doesn't matter, it's just you put your head down and run. Of course, I mean, it all happened in seconds. That if it had taken that long, you know, they would have been on top of the two of us. So I saw him bolting down the street anyway, and I went up to him and went, guys, listen, you want, and then there was no guys. I think I got